the Mesopotamian Civilization, rising between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in what is now Iraq. Mesopotamia is widely considered the world's first civilization. People here built the earliest known cities, developed one of the first writing systems called cuneiform, and created laws that governed entire populations. And yes, the very first thing humans decided to write down was not poetry or prayers, it was receipts. Merchants kept records of transactions on clay tablets, which means humanity's first writers were essentially accountants. The land was fertile, which allowed farming communities to grow into powerful city-states like Uruk, Babylon, and Nineveh. Kings commanded armies, priests managed temple economies, and somewhere in between all of that, someone found time to write the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest stories ever recorded. The legal code of Hammurabi, carved into a stone pillar around 1754 BCE, was one of the first written systems of law in human history. Much of what we take for granted today, organized government, written records, trade systems, even time divided into 60-minute hours, has roots here. So the next time you're annoyed by paperwork, you can thank Mesopotamia, the ancient Egyptian civilization. Along the banks of the Nile River, one of history's most recognizable civilizations took shape over 3,000 years. Egyptians built massive stone structures that still stand today, developed hieroglyphic writing, and organized society under rulers they believed to be living gods, which is a very convenient thing for a ruler to claim. The Nile flooded every year with near-perfect regularity, depositing rich silt that made farming incredibly productive. That stability gave Egypt the resources to build, expand, and outlast almost every civilization around it. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built around 2560 BCE, remained the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. Egyptians had hundreds of gods, covering everything from the sun to the afterlife, which must have made it very confusing to know who to blame when things went wrong. Egypt endured so long that Cleopatra lived closer in time to the moon landing than to the construction of the Great Pyramid. Let that sit for a moment. The Indus Valley Civilization, spread across what is now Pakistan and northwestern India, the Indus Valley Civilization was quietly one of the most advanced societies of the ancient world. Cities like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa had grid-based streets, drainage systems, and standardized weights. Things most ancient cities never figured out. Homes had private bathrooms connected to a citywide sewage network, a level of urban planning some modern cities are still working on. Unlike Egypt or Mesopotamia, this civilization left no evidence of kings, palaces, or large-scale warfare. No ego monuments, no battle graves, just clean streets and functioning sewage. Honestly, the most sensible civilization on this list. The Indus script has never been deciphered, meaning large parts of their story are still locked away, and historians remain very frustrated about it. It declined around 1900 BCE, likely due to climate shifts and prolonged drought, a civilization that survived for centuries ultimately undone by the weather, which feels uncomfortably relatable. The ancient Chinese civilization. Beginning along the Yellow River, Chinese civilization developed entirely independently from those in the Middle East and South Asia, which is impressive given how far away everything else was. Early society organized itself around family lineage and ancestor worship, values that shaped Chinese culture for thousands of years. The Shang dynasty used oracle bones, animal bones, to communicate with ancestors and predict the future, which was essentially ancient China's version of asking for advice, except the advice came from bones. Later dynasties produced paper, printing, gunpowder, and the compass for inventions that changed the entire world while Europe was still figuring things out. The Great Wall was built across centuries to hold back northern invaders, and the Silk Road connected China to Persia, Rome, and eventually Europe, carrying goods, ideas, and technologies across continents. Chinese civilization is one of the very few ancient ones that never truly collapsed but kept transforming across thousands of years, which at this point deserves some kind of award. The ancient Greek civilization. Scattered across a peninsula and hundreds of islands in the Mediterranean, the Greeks organized themselves into independent city-states. Each convinced their way of doing things was correct. Athens developed early democracy, which was revolutionary. Though worth noting, it excluded women, slaves, and foreigners, so it was democracy for a fairly specific group. Sparta built one of the most disciplined military cultures the ancient world had ever seen, enrolling children into an intense military training program at age 7, which puts modern complaints about homework into perspective. Greek thinkers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle asked questions about knowledge, justice, and a universe that philosophers are still debating today. The Olympic Games brought competing city-states together in athletic competition beginning in 776 BCE, when Alexander the Great swept through Persia, Egypt, and into Central Asia. He built one of the largest empires in history before the age of 30. Some people have not achieved that much by 50. The Roman civilization. What began as a small city on the Italian peninsula grew into an empire stretching from Britain to the borders of Persia. Rome was exceptional at absorbing other cultures, copying what worked, and organizing everything under Roman law and military discipline. They essentially looked at everything the Greeks built and said, "We will take all of that, make it bigger, and add better plumbing." Roman roads were so well engineered that many routes are still followed by modern highways in Europe today, which says a lot about Roman engineering and possibly something about modern road budgets. The Colosseum held up to 80,000 spectators for gladiatorial combat and public spectacles, the ancient world's live entertainment, except considerably more dangerous for the performers. Latin eventually evolved into French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, and Romanian, meaning half of Europe is essentially still speaking Roman. Even after the Western Empire collapsed in 476 CE, Rome's ideas, laws, and language continued shaping the world. Rome fell, but it never really left. The Persian Civilization, centered in what is now Iran. The Persian Empire became one of the largest the ancient world had ever seen. Under Cyrus the Great and Darius I, Persia stretched from Egypt to the edges of India, governing dozens of different peoples under one administration. What made Persia unusual was how it treated conquered peoples. Rather than destroying local cultures, Persian rulers often let them keep their customs, languages, and religions. Cyrus the Great freed the Jewish people from captivity in Babylon and is actually praised in the Hebrew Bible for his fairness, making him possibly the only conqueror in ancient history to receive positive reviews from the people he defeated. He also produced one of the earliest known declarations of human rights on a clay cylinder, while most other empires were busy ignoring the concept entirely. The Persian Royal Road allowed messages to travel 2,500 kilometers in just a few days using relay riders, ancient express delivery. The empire eventually fell to Alexander the Great in 330 BCE, which must have been deeply annoying after running successfully for over 2 centuries. The Mayan Civilization. Developing in the jungles of present-day Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize, the Maya built a sophisticated civilization with no contact from the ancient world across the ocean. They constructed towering stone pyramids, developed a complex glyph writing system, and created a calendar more accurate than anything Europe would produce for centuries, all without metal tools or wheeled vehicles, in the middle of a dense jungle. The Maya organized themselves into competing city-states, each ruled by a king who served as both political leader and spiritual intermediary between humans and gods. Cities like Tikal, Palenque, and Chichen Itza held tens of thousands of people with markets, temples, and ball courts. The Mayan ball game was beloved across the civilization, though losing occasionally had very serious consequences for the players involved, which probably made everyone try considerably harder. The Maya tracked Venus, Mars, and the moon with remarkable precision, using only their eyes and extraordinary patience. The decline around 900 CE was not a sudden collapse, but a gradual breakdown caused by drought, overpopulation, and intensifying warfare. Maya people never disappeared. Millions of descendants still live across Mexico and Central America today, meaning the so-called collapse was really just a change in management. Subscribe for more educational, historical, and civilization video like this. Love you all.